Three, two, one. Hello. Today I'm going to explain two different theories that offer explanations for the same social phenomenon, suicide. I'll lay out both theories clearly, explain what broader paradigm each one fits into, give an example of a prediction that each theory makes, and then compare them to show how similar and different they are. The first explanation comes from Emile Durkheim's theory of social integration. Durkheim argued that suicide varies inversely with social integration. This means the more connected people feel to others in the society, the less likely they are to commit suicide. This theory fits within the structural functionalist paradigm, which focuses on how social structures contribute to stability and social order. A simple way to remember Durkheim's idea is more social ties equals less suicide. One prediction based on this theory would be that people who are highly involved in communities, religious groups, or close families would have lower suicide rates compared to those who are, for example, suicide rates tend to be lower among groups like the Amish who live in very close-knit communities compared to people who live isolated lives in large cities. The second explanation comes from Robert Merton's strain theory. According to Merton, suicide can happen when people experience a gap between the cultural goals they are taught to value and the legitimate means available to achieve those goals. When people realize they can't reach those goals through acceptable ways, it can create frustration and hopelessness, which may lead to suicide. Strain theory fits within the conflict theory paradigm, which sees society as being full of inequalities and struggles between groups. A simple way to remember Merton's idea is more strain between goals and means equals more suicide. For example, a young adult who can't afford college but is told that success depends on getting a degree might feel intense pressure and hopelessness, increasing their risk of suicide. Now, let's compare the two theories side by side. Durkheim's theory is broader and more general as it tries to explain suicide in many types of societies across different times and groups. Merton's theory is a little narrower because it focuses mostly on the modern societies that put heavy emphasis on success and achievement. When it comes to testability, Merton's strain theory might be a little easier to measure directly because researchers can ask people about their goals and frustrations. Durkheim's social integration is a little harder to define and measure in a precise way. Each theory also highlights different causes. Durkheim focuses on the strength of social bonds, while Merton focuses on pressures created by inequality and blocked opportunities. Both theories also suggest different ways to try to reduce suicide. Based on Durkheim's ideas, one way to prevent suicide would be to strengthen social ties. For example, by encouraging participation in community groups, support networks, and religious organizations. Based on Merton's theory, a solution would be to reduce inequality and expand real opportunities for success, like offering more available and affordable education, job training, and social mobility programs. In conclusion, both Durkheim's social integration theory and Merton's strain theory help us understand different parts of the bigger picture when it comes to suicide. Durkheim reminds us how important strong social bonds are, while Merton shows how social pressures and blocked opportunities can create despair. By looking at both theories together, we get a much fuller understanding of how society influences such a tragic personal decision. Thank you.